We're going to call the March 3rd Commissioner meeting to order. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Let's bow our heads for brief prayer. Dear God, we ask you that you look over our military, our leaders, that you guide them to do the right thing, and boy, it's just a terrible situation. We ask you that you look over our meeting today here in the county with our guests, that we have a productive meeting and act in the best interest of all our residents. Amen. Amen. Roll call.
Commissioner Frankert.
Here.
Commissioner Busdecker.
Here.
Commissioner Paradiso.
Here.
I'll accept a motion to approve the digital audio video recordings of the previous board session from Tuesday, February 24th, 2026.
Make the motion.
I'll second that.
Commissioner Paradiso.
Yes.
Commissioner Busdecker.
Yes.
Commissioner Frankert.
Yes. Okay, so we have a couple appointments today, so we'll go ahead and start with Mersha Handru with Mental Health Recovery Services.
Good morning.
Rod Wall for you.
Thank you.
Thank you for having me. I have some packages there for you guys. Just a few updates. One, we released the fiscal year 2025 annual report. You have that in your packages, this booklet right here. I maybe like to summarize just a few things that I think are important. You can look it over. But a few things that we start doing differently over the last few years is, one, every single capital facility that we fund through capital improvements or renovations, as well as every outcome of every facility that we fund, how many residents we serve, and also how much we collected in rent from every resident is in our annual report. So every project in the 4 counties, every single penny that we put in, you'll be able to identify that in annual report per facility. How many individuals we serve, and again, what was the outcomes of those individuals, if they were successful or unsuccessful, you are able to see that in the annual report. Also, the facilities that we own, they are separate than the ones that maybe we found but we don't own, and that's also separated in the annual report. We did implement it, as you guys know, our mobile crisis response team. This is a team made out of 2 individuals that operate 8 a.m. to 11 p.m. in Seneca County, and they respond to crisis calls, mental health crisis calls, wherever those calls take place. So they can go to the home, they can go to the park, they can go to McDonald's, they go anywhere where the crisis calls are taking place. 54% last year of their calls involve law enforcement. So it is very normal, I should say, for law enforcement to call our team to come to the scene and assist if they realize that an individual struggling with mental illness. 4% of all those where law enforcement were involved ended up in an arrest. Most of them, 93%, were not. So those individuals, usually our mobile crisis response team takes care of them and link them with services or transport them to a psychiatric inpatient facility. Last year we hospitalized 116 individuals just through our mobile crisis response team, not through the ED or through other agencies. And out of those 116, 20% were what we call involuntarily. So the individual didn't really want to seek the higher level of care, but due to what was going on in their statements, they were still hospitalized, and we give them 72 hours where then they have a court hearing. So that is all included in the annual report. I do want to highlight just a few more things. We do have also the critical incident stress management team. This is the team that responds to organizations after a tragic event takes place. So if we have something really tragic happening, can be at a public or private entity, we respond 24/7. We have our team no cost to anybody, to the entities. Unfortunately, last year Seneca County, out of our 4 counties, had the most calls of 19 calls where we're responding after a tragic incident. Wyandotte had 2, Sandusky had 8, and Ottawa County had 3. If you flip it later in the page, as I said, page 19 and so, you can see every home, how much money the board put in versus how much money we collected from the client rent, because they do pay rent to our facilities that we assist. And then if you flip it all the way closer to the end, we have some fatality data numbers, what we call. We have the suicide deaths of calendar year 2024, which is the last year that was completed. It's a little bit behind because the county coroners usually have 6 months after the end of the calendar year to complete the report. But what's not good news for Seneca County, we are higher than the state of Ohio, and we are the highest county when it comes to suicide deaths compared to our other three. So Seneca County was 16.3 per 100,000 people, really the highest county here in Northwest Ohio when it comes to suicide deaths. We're going to try to definitely do more. Also in your package, you have a flyer. We're trying to get a large suicide education event coming up March 31st here in Seneca County. So I put that in your flyer. We're going to try to promote it everywhere. But it's not so much just an awareness event where individuals just try to raise awareness. It's actually an educational session. We have the Ohio Suicide Prevention Foundation CEO and NAMI Ohio come to our event. We'll really try to share some educational information about suicide, signs of suicides. We're also going to have two young individuals that attempted suicide going to come and speak with us about their struggles and how they manage their mental illness every day. So I think it will be a pretty powerful event. Again, it's March 31st at Grace Community Church here in Tiffin. Overdose deaths, that's good news. We are way below the state of Ohio. So we really impacted overdose deaths here in Seneca County over the last few years, mainly to treatment as well as through the courts. The judges are doing a great job with PIVOT and linking individuals with treatment and recovery housing. We have 4 recovery homes, as you know, in Seneca County, 2 for male and 2 for female. So we really try to put these individuals in a safe and drug-free place until they recover. Now you see the breakdown, if you flip it over, of suicides. We have 2/3 of the suicides are males, 60% gunshot wound, followed by 26% hanging. Unfortunately, I believe we had 1 under the age of 18, but when it comes to suicide, the higher age group was 19 to 34 years old. Usually in the past, I'm just comparing to the last 10 years, usually in the past we always had 55 and older white males. Used to be our number 1 by far in the entire district. This year we see much younger population completing suicide. You also have those numbers when it comes to overdose deaths. Overdose deaths, 35 to 50 was the highest age group. We didn't have anybody under the age of 18, and mainly cause was fentanyl-related overdoses for the deaths. This annual report, it's also electronically on our website for the public to see. But again, we really want to promote the suicide prevention and education event that's coming up at the end of this month. Another update I would like to give you guys all received a memo, I believe, from our office late last week. We are merging and consolidating with Huron County. So starting July 1 will be a 5-county district covering Seneca, Huron, Ottawa, Sandusky, and Wyandotte counties. Is really what I call it kind of like a historic thing that we are doing when it comes to public entities. We're consolidating now twice in 5 years. As you guys know, in 2021, we consolidated with Ottawa County. Now we're consolidating with Huron County. Really proud of the board looking at this. We're really trying to see how we can be good stewards of public funds and reduce administrative costs. So we'll be a 5-county board district in Northwest Ohio, really the largest district in this part of the state by far. Anywhere from Northeast Ohio to Central and Northwest Ohio will be the larger district. So that will happen July 1. And as in my memo, the board will adopt a new name of the organization, which is North Central Behavioral Health Board, starting July 1. I did receive a few phone calls from legislators. We'll send them a memo. I think down in Columbus, they are really happy to see some of this consolidation that I call it not force, but starts at the ground level here in the local community. So I'll be talking with some of them and share with them our experience and how this can move forward. It really opens a lot of what I call cross-county-like collaboration. Our most successful programs have been the ones where 2, 3, or 4 counties partner together, especially we live in a rural community, and we each put in a little bit of money to make the program sustainable and financially feasible. So that's kind of my update for today, unless you guys have any questions.
No, nice job putting everything together. So tell us a little bit about Huron County, how are they similar to Seneca, population-wise and stuff like that?
It's actually very similar to Sandusky. They are actually the largest county out of the 5, just a tiny bit in population more than Sandusky County. Very similar rural community. The main, I would say, cities there are Norwalk, Wheeler, Moroville. It's really what we are covering. As you guys know, Bellevue, it's a 4-county city, a little bit of Huron as well as Erie County, Seneca and Sandusky. So very similar to us. We already share most of the same behavioral health providers. Our mobile crisis response team, they started services there as well 2 years ago. So would be a good thing to consolidate and have the 2 organizations together.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
All right,
Yeah, thank you.
thank you.
Good job.
Okay, next on the agenda, we have the Master Gardeners. Is that you, Steve, or Jane, or who's gonna take the lead on this? Both of you?
Yeah. It just, after
Yes.
you speak, you just, like I'm frozen for a little bit. After you talk about suicides and all the, you guys are just doing great work. Critical response team. It's a lot going on out there that we get reminded of when you come in.
Okay, we're here to represent the Seneca County Master Gardener Association. I'm Steve Detillion. I'm the Community Relations Chairperson, and I'm here with Jane Steib, and we are here to give you a little bit of an update on, haven't been that long since we've been here before, but we got a really big event coming up, and we'll talk about the next few months also. I gave you a flyer. Yeah, I know this is the 3rd time you've gotten this flyer, but I think the first 2 didn't have the bios on the back, and that's we revised it after we originally put it out, so you got that there. Maybe follow along. Jane's going to talk about our event coming up here.
We'd like to extend an invitation to everybody to attend our spring conference. It's called Classical Elements. We're going to talk about earth, water, air, and fire. It's being held March 21st from 9 to 3 at the Allen Irie Center. And each one of our speakers is going to cover a different classical element and help those in attendance understand how each of these relates to horticulture in their gardens. The first one is going to be on water. Matt Gooding from Growers Mineral Corporation will be speaking on water, the forgotten elements in garden production. Mark Langdon, co-owner of Mulberry Creek Herb Farms, will be speaking on soilless potting mix recipes, ingredients, and demonstrations. Air is Aaron Wilson. He's an assistant professor of ag, weather, and field specialist with the Department of Extension with the College of Food, Agriculture, and Environmental Science at OSU. State climatologist of Ohio will be speaking with What's Up with the Weather. And finally, we have fire. John Blakeman is a retired biology instructor, an Ohio certified prescribed fire manager, and environmental specialist consultant will be speaking on the use of prescribed fire to manage and maintain native prairies. We went to NASA a couple years ago, and John took us through and explained everything he did. He's an awesome speaker. We're very excited to have him there.
Good.
Okay, thank you, Jane. A couple of the ongoing projects that we've had here, probably in the past 6 months anyway, our scholarship award that we award every year, a $500 scholarship award. And to be eligible, just a reminder here, the applicant must be either a graduate of Seneca County High School, a high school graduate with a permanent address within Seneca County, or currently attending college but has a permanent address within Seneca County and is pursuing a study involving plant science such as agronomy, botany, horticulture, landscaping, forestry, and so on. The deadline's coming up for that, March 15th, so there's still a few days left in case anybody still would, somebody that might want to be interested in this. We're still taking applications. If you have any questions about the application or the process, please contact Master Gardener Scholarship Committee at FAES-Seneca County MGV at osu.edu. And the application packets, like I just said, are due by March 15th of this year. The other ongoing project we got going, doing a little different date-wise for this year, this class, our new member class, and we are, our deadline for that is October 1st. We're pushing it back into the year a little bit. Actually, the class itself will run from October 2026 to July of 2027. So it'll be the same, a hybrid course. A lot of it will be online, a lot of it will be hands-on workshops and guest speakers, pretty much how we've done the last couple of years. For any information or to sign up for this class would be email Presley, burma.20@osu.edu, or call 419-447-9722. Now, we have started last week we did do what we call a seed swap, and this was done at the wetland.
Truth Wetland.
Truth Wetlands building, and it was kind of interesting. I think we had at least a couple of, or at least a dozen there. We had a lot of master gardeners attend this, and it's an open to the public event. There's a really good seminar on horticulture, starting your garden, what to raise, what crops to put where. And then the master gardeners, we set them around the room, the tables, and we have different seed packs in front of us. My particular one was, we had tomatoes, which is one of my favorites. So, and people come along and ask you questions about raising the plants that you're there, with the seeds you have at your table. And I think they also actually swap seeds, don't they? They bring some of their own seeds, and then you can interchange them
And that
and
was what
swap.
the Seneca County Parks System.
Okay, and then March 28th, we are also going to do another one in conjunction with the Seneca County Park District. Where is that location?
Fostoria Library.
Fostoria Library. It'll be the same format, so we're getting into something new there. We also have National Master Gardening Week, which is going to be April 19th to April 25th. And we're going to do one of the things that we did last year on April 25th. We're going to be at the Tractor Supply Company with an information booth. But last year we sat right there and watched the people check out and got a lot of interesting conversation. Just about everybody buying something on that particular day and time or doing something for horticulture. And so we'll be out there then on April 25th, that's a Saturday, from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. And then we've also got Earth Day coming up. Earth Day itself is going to be on April 22nd. Now, we're going to participate in the Earth Day celebration at St. Francis, and that one's actually going to be on April 18th. They have a nice get-together out there, and it's a pretty good crowd drawer. We will have an information booth as well as we have arts and crafts for the children. And then we're also getting, it's 1st of March now, so get the flowers, they're not blooming yet, but they're beginning to pop through. Our 27th annual Master Gardener Plant Sale will be May 16th, May 17th. The May Flea Market is where we'll be. Actually, that's the same, May 16th will be the same day as the first Farmers Market. So you're going to be seeing us around there some. We've already been making plans to go to the fair. And so we're looking, should be a pretty big year for us. We've got a lot of things on the agenda. Right now we got our committees working at stuff, so there's actually more I could be telling you not to, but we want to make sure it's concrete, but there is other things that's going to be happening. I think that's all we got this time.
Very good. That's it.
I was
For now.
nervous you were gonna need technology.
No, I didn't this time. I got,
Established a seed
Oh,
library.
yeah.
what I missed?
Fostoria Library has established a seed library
Okay.
where people can
They're
check out
They have an old
seeds.
card file that they're gonna keep the seeds in so people can come and get seeds.
Oh,
Okay.
I was in the visitors tourism board meeting, and Sarah from the parks was there talking about you and the seed swap. She gave a nice report. So that's kind of nice, you're branching out that way.
Yep, I think we are.
We've done a couple things with Sarah. She's.
Yeah, they were pretty
She's good
excited
work.
about it. Yeah, she's a go-getter.
good, very good.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. You can hang out or if got stuff to do.
Yeah.
Not really.
It's kind of rainy out, might as well hang out in here, right? Yeah, there you go. All right, how about commissioner reports?
I can start if you like. Sure. Oh, let's see, last Tuesday, after our meeting, I had some discussion with Sandy Spang with Team McCog in Toledo in this discussion on regional transportation organization. Myself, Mark Zimmerman, Judy Dezay, in discussion with them on the potential of starting an entity. I'm not really completely on board with that yet. There's a lot of things that they need to do to give us information to make that sensible for us, so we're not just handing them money.
So so just to interject, so
Go ahead.
we've discussed this for several, months. And we're still discussing it. We haven't decided to do it or not do it,
Yep.
but it's the same topic, only
Yeah, there's
getting a
some,
little
there's some
deeper.
clarity that they
Yeah,
have
clear.
to, they have to come to us, because we have to create it, they wanna manage it for us, and it
Yeah.
would be Sandusky, Ottawa, and Seneca County. I don't know after that, but part of it is, this is a new topic for me as this came up, and
Yeah.
so Sandy is supposed to be putting us in touch with some other similar county situations to see how they like what they're doing, to see if it makes sense. Same time, Mark Zimmerman's supposed to talk with, it's Dan, that's Ottawa County's engineer, and Carlos, that's Sandusky County's engineer, to see a better perspective on their thoughts on it before we go any further.
Yeah.
So kind
That's
of waiting on Sandy on a lot of things. There's plenty of other stuff I could talk about too.
Well, no, I think it's good you're
Yeah, I just wanna let you guys know a little more on that.
New.
There is some confusion on it, because the last thing we want to do is every year put out money to something and there's no return, or all we're doing is putting money out to help other counties. We need to keep that for our own.
I like it.
Other things I did, actually went to the Board of Elections. I don't know if you want to speak, you can kind of tell us what you guys did. Jim, you guys
Well,
did some
we had
consolidation.
chargebacks in the amount of $94,000.
I was going to say that too, I was going to let you tell me.
Well, no.
Thank you.
You're better off with that money than we are.
You guys also did a little consolidation, and then you
Yep.
guys, I think you guys moved the location that's at VFW. The people from Thompson Township now are going back into Thompson Township with
Ebenezer Church.
Ebenezer Church?
Yep, 29 there.
Yeah,
So that-
but what we've got to remember is normally our voter turnout is about 25 to 30%.
Yeah.
When we run into a presidential election, we can have upwards of 75%. So I've told them I don't want them burning any bridges,
Yep.
because we may have to retreat and go back to some of these locations we're leaving.
Understandable.
But I think it's easier for us to manage, and it's more economical.
Yep. Yeah. Oh, let's see, what else did I do? I went to watch a Calvert basketball game. I have a nephew that's graduating this year, and even though I didn't attend Calvert, my kids go to Columbia, and it was nice to go see something different. I was watching sectional wrestling. My son did not make it out, but he did attend and worked hard. We had budget commission this morning. Last thing that maybe I want to talk about is there, 2024, there was an ADA requirement the federal government has passed down. I don't know if you guys are aware of this yet. April of this year, it's called Title II. It has to do with the American Disabilities Act. We need to do some things to our website and some technology things to get us up to
I
par.
was not aware of it till the email came yesterday.
Nor was I, to
Okay.
be honest with you. So that's gonna be a new project. I'm sure I will be the one taking care of it. So, that's stuff that I'll need to try to do some searching around, talking to some people on the best way to do that. I don't want us to go and spend hundreds and thousands of dollars every year updating something, and they're only updating it once, and they're not really doing anything after that, so need to check around with some other entities and what to do, so.
And as far as I know, there is also possibly some changes to this Title II, just in some short research that I did yesterday.
Yeah.
That they are, there may be some changes to the actual and the ending legislation on this. So I'm not sure how involved that will be or where that will land. Because I think they're trying to strip some things out of that legislation. So I guess we'll have to
Kind of see how.
it plays out.
Brent, you're running with it.
Yeah, I think I have to with everything else with the technology stuff. I think it's only fair to you guys. But not knowing right now yet all what that means, we're gonna have to do some research and talk to some of the entities. I don't know if it'd be Spire, maybe even some, like, the collaborative and knowing what they know, some other different internet website developers and what they can do before we get a lot of emails from companies around the country and around the state asking us to do this, but I think we ought to try with the localist we can first, so.
You never know if it's a spam one too, when they send
Well,
that
but
stuff
it's
in.
not, because I went and
No,
did
I'm saying all
But
the
when you get
emails-
all the
all
emails, yes, you never know what we're
Yeah,
getting. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
You're
that's what I was
correct.
saying, yeah, that's.
Yeah, I mean, you start looking at stuff, I'm like, boy, I didn't even know that, and then I'm like, oh yeah, we better do something about
Yeah.
that. So,
That is one thing, yeah, it seems like we always get tons of, and that's with all the cyber stuff we got going on, so.
yeah, and I believe RCR is doing a pretty
Mhm.
decent job trying to separate out what, they
Yep.
take care of our IT technology. Sometimes it feels almost like it's too much, but I think I'd rather have too much than too much gets
Well,
through.
that's right, yeah.
So-
End up like- yeah.
That's it.
Okay, Tony?
I can speak to that. We had cyber, I told Barb, I failed it twice. You're allowed 3 attempts on this cyber. They send you all these emails, Jim's laughing. I failed it twice, and I passed it, so, good things, because it forces you to really read and think about before you open it, and so I admit it, but I did pass it, take it, so. A few things, we had a tourism meeting that's quarterly. The bed tax revenue that comes in throughout the county implemented, that tax was put in place by the commissioners back when. The report, so that money's being deployed, there's a committee from the railroad in Fostoria to Seneca Caverns, and they meet and discuss. We use the collaborative as the marketing arm. Revenue for bed tax last year was $175,000. 3 years ago, I think it was $135,000. So that's money, then they reinvested into events throughout the county, support everything from museums to just downtowns, and it's a great, they're doing well. So nice report there. Collaborative, we had a executive board meeting, a couple of things going on with the plant announcement of possible plant closing, Toledo Mold and Die. Give the mayor credit. We're doing everything we can to, everything's being done that can possibly be done to save that. There's a couple of buyers looking at it. Senator Reinke was on the phone. State of Ohio, what do you need? Locally, what do you need? And so that was one discussion. The other one is I forget the name of it, but there's a study from Northwest Ohio to create a throughway around Columbus to connect I-71. I think there's 23 or 27 traffic lights, on the way down. They went from 13 to 5, so we're down to 5. 2 of them, it does not run through Seneca County, but it runs through a couple Senator Reineke's. It runs through his district. So we talked a lot about that, and the board, the collaborative, sending a letter of support with Senator Reineke's request. It was a great conversation. So we're down to 5, and it would really help us move freight that way, especially all Northwest Ohio, including Seneca County, which we're suppliers to, auto plants, et cetera. So that happened. EMS, we have our annual report. Mirsha, that's a lot of work I know you put into it. This is something we have. I'd like to set up a time in the next month or so here to go in and present our annual report to the public. But as the sheriff does, we are going on the road to the stakeholders that are members of the joint EMS district. So there are 18 members. We have all six villages that are domiciled in Seneca County are part of this. And then 12 of the 15 townships are part of this. So that's 18. Barb, Bill, and I sat there. We pay 2.5 mil tax towards this service. And so we're out visiting them. So last night we went to the Village of Republic, Chris Heffley and myself, and then we went over to Thompson Township. Thompson's coming in. They came in January 1st. They asked us to put together a letter to help explain to their residents what this is and why the trustees did what they did to join. I said that'll be an easy thing to do for me, and I'll help you put that together. So they're going to send a mailer out to their residents, and we may even go over there and give a presentation. And then finally, I'd like to say a couple comments about you, Barb, if I may, since this is our last meeting. So if we go back to January of 2023, you became a commissioner, or you swore in. Barb was elevated to that position, county administrator, on May 12th. And we've been an influx a little bit with personnel. And so, Barb, you started on May 12th. Remember that day. I was looking back how hectic. That job is a tough job to begin with, but I'm just going to give you a perspective of the last 3 years. So in January 1, the EMS levy had passed in November of 22, and then January 1, 2023, the commissioners took over EMS. I'm not sure we knew what we were getting ourselves into. Right, Barb, Bill? So overnight, we had to hire 20 people. We were looking at buildings, we're looking at policies, procedures, pharmacy licenses, just a monumental day-to-day operation that we just have to build it out. We had to build it out, and we're building it out. Now we're starting in year 4. But I tell you what, those first couple of years, been through several directors. It was a lot. And the EMS director reports to the county administrator. I think Bill was in office about a week, and we found mold in one building, and then we found mold in another building. And then, if you remember, the Board of Health had to move on July 1st. The entire office moved out to behind Wendy's there. And it never stopped. With the jail, we almost had to move the prisoners from the jail. We were giving out blankets, the heating system wasn't working. Juvenile center, Judge Meyer, we had to move residents to, almost, it just felt like every building and everything we owned collapsed after you started. It's not your fault. But, we were all in this together, and it's just a lot. And then can you imagine your IT department? Okay, we've had IT with the same company for 20 years, and then a year ago, we get notice they're discontinuing service. So we had to go through IT. We had to go through an IT upgrade. All the insurances that were over at Fostoria, and we're trying to get House Bill 147 passed, and we're the solid waste district, and just all this kind of stuff's going on. I can't possibly list everything.
No.
But I'm just highlighting some of the main things. And you just, you sat here, the public sat here, the electeds have seen what you've done. You got out ahead of the budget. We got the budgets approved on time. And, you know, you did a great job. And I think we got to celebrate, you know, all the good things. And 'cause I'm not sure we could have done anything any different than what we did, given the circumstances we all had. So you're leaving the place much more stable than it was when you started. And we appreciate that. And it's our job to bring somebody in here that can take us to the next level. And Cheyenne back there, who's really sick today, we really appreciate you stepping up and our discussions with you. I'm looking forward to working with Cheyenne. You know, she said, I love my job, I want to retire here. How can I help? We love people like that, and we will do everything we can to help you succeed to your career. But that's my comment. I mean that a lot as well. Wish you well. You'll have time, Brent, to say something to that.
I'll start crying.
It's amazing. Thank you. Back to you.
All right, very good. So my commissioner report is kind of hard to follow that act there, so. But, last Thursday night, actually helped down at the Taste of Tiffin, to Chandelier. What a great crowd they had down there, that amazing. It was a significant increase from the year before, and a lot of the good local vendors there kind of show what they have to offer, and good support. Brent and Lynn were there, so. Right, we're so busy passing out, yeah, got to eat a little bit at the end there, so, right, but it was definitely good, and, yeah.
You know, it's a
amazing crowd.
great way to go taste what you have in Tiffin.
Yep.
And it's reasonably priced.
Yeah.
Get a chance to taste test everything. It's a
Yeah, that was a nice event they had.
Actually,
yeah.
the only thing that was kind of difficult the other day was it was packed.
Mhm.
That was great though. It's
Right.
not a bad thing, just
Yeah,
packed.
yeah, they had the top of the chandelier full
Yeah.
of people, and it was down, so yeah, what a great crowd there and stuff on it, so. I think the report was that they had 6,000 tickets, and I think they went through 5,800 tickets, I should say, so I think Dale had a report there, so, yeah, nice event, so. Again, as we talk about the collaborative, and they do a nice job promoting Seneca County, Tiffin, and all the surrounding areas and stuff on that, and that was a nice event, so there's people from all over the county showing up for that, so. And then on Friday, went over to the Greater Fostoria Community Foundation. They had their fundraiser over in Fostoria, and another nice event. They had a good crowd there. They switched it up a little bit. Usually they had a country band there, and so they actually had a comedy night. So it was, yeah, nice, and that kind of helps, you know, with all the activities going on around Fostoria, kind of fundraiser for them. So it worked out good. And then Saturday night, the Seneca County Fair had their reverse raffle, and
I didn't win, I see.
you did. So you feel guilty, so I just told Tony to just donate all back.
That's okay.
Yeah, no, right. No, we all were donors that night. Stuff. I got tickets. So it's all good. But boy, what a nice crowd they had there and stuff on it. A nice evening, and it was good. That yeah, and then. Working as we progress with our own solid waste district, kind of working on some, getting people lined up to work on the policies and stuff with that. So we've kind of got a draft and sent over to Derek and Ellie kind of for their review and stuff on it, and then we'll kind of circle back around and start with that, proceeding with that as we move forward. So this morning is at Board of Revision, had some short little meeting there and stuff with it, and Budget Commission was after that, and brings us up to this morning, so good. And then I also, Barb, I want to thank you for being the kind of the foundation of our system here and stuff on that, and doing a fantastic job with the financials, and you know, keeping everybody kind of sometimes trying to herd cats. So
Yeah.
But nice job with the years that
Thank you.
spent in the county, auditor over here and stuff with that. So, yep. So, all right. So we'll go ahead and county administrator report.
Just a couple things. I have financial information for February. We took in just over $2 million in revenue for general fund, and then we've expended, in reality, we expended just over $1.9 million in revenue. But when you look at the financial statement, the actual expense was just over $2 million because of that's that governmental accounting. It's when we do transfers to other departments or other entities, that is considered an expense. But it truly is not really, we're just moving money. It's not truly an expense to general fund. So that's where that little bit of a discrepancy comes from. But we are doing very well as far as collecting the revenue for the year so far. Expenditures are fine. At Budget Commission this morning, they will be having the settlement for real estate taxes done by the end of March. So that money will come in, I would assume, probably that last Friday. They will probably have that ready to go. So, you know, when you start looking at financial statements, that information will be there by the end of March.
So I do have a question. So when that comes out, the day that comes out, that goes in the unencumbered side, so we still have the top rights read until we move it?
No,
No.
it actually goes
Oh,
into
that's
the cash.
perfect. So
It
go
goes
ahead and
directly
explain.
into cash.
So that goes directly into,
Yeah,
because
it is.
that's part of our budget revenue.
Yep.
Yeah, okay. 8 years later, I'm still asking questions, so we gotta figure this out.
There's a lot of moving
Yeah.
pieces to
Okay,
it, so.
we budget that as income from property tax.
Correct.
So when that comes in,
Yep.
that's when that was.
Yep, and
That
once,
makes total
when the
sense.
treasurer's office gets through everything that they've collected, you know, because they're still going through mail that was received, you know, postmarked before, and they're trying to get everything finalized in the treasurer's office, and then, so maybe Friday, they may cut off and say, okay, we've gotten the vast majority of all of that.
Right.
So anything that they collect after that will be placed in the second half settlement. So then the auditor's office can then start doing the calculations for the other entities that receive money out of that property tax. And
And
that's,
usually the first one,
I mean, it's usually larger.
because of.
because you have people pay
farmers
they pay full year,
Yeah.
you have farmers that pay full year, you have, I mean, just different things. Delinquencies that were collected after second half settlement was complete. So there's a little bit, usually a little bit more money in first half settlement than there is second half settlement.
Good.
So.
Thank you. Keep going. I didn't mean.
Then the other two things that I have a letter from Frontier Community Services that they are just letting us know that they are going to be being the general partner of a residential rental development that in Seneca County. This is going to be called the Villas at Seneca Place. It's a planned new construction of 66 units of senior housing in Tiffin. It will be, they will be all 2-bedroom units and be restricted to those who earn below 80% of the area median income. It's going to have other amenities as well out there. The location is at South Washington Street and North Tecumseh Trail. So they just wanted you to be notified that they are going to start a project out there, and the collaborative has been working with them for this, so that will be start taking place on that. So
And I think it's a senior.
yes, it's only for seniors,
55.
55 and older, I believe.
Yeah. Tony, you got a couple more years yet, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'd
something
love
like
to go
that.
back. Yeah.
And the last thing that I have, I received a letter, actually Commissioner's Office received a letter for Presley. I'm glad that she's here today. I received a letter from Linda Holman. She is a Master Gardener volunteer. She wanted to write to you to express her strong appreciation for the work being done by Presley. And she's done a tremendous job. She just wants to put that commendation out for Presley and say thank you. I say thank you as well. You've done so much. You're always going. It seems like I don't know when you sleep, but I just wanted, she wanted to make sure that you guys were aware of Presley's tirelessly working for OSU and the county, so.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, yep. Well deserved, yes. Okay. Old business. New business, supplemental appropriations.
All of these are for general fund. The first one, general fund for supplies in the amount of $1,000. This is for the sheriff's office for their special response team. They received a donation, so they are putting it towards that special response team. Then also from general fund, the GLRAF in the amount of $250,000. This is for an EMS transfer. Those initials stand for local government revenue alternate formula is what those letters stand for. It's just easier to put it in acronym rather than, and then also out of general fund, the transfers contract service line for $100,000. This is for JFS placement costs for their transfer.
Okay. Make a motion, we approve supplemental appropriations as read.
Second that.
Okay, roll call.
Commissioner Paradiso,
Yes?
Commissioner Bustecker,
Yes.
Commissioner Franker,
Yes. Okay, resolution time.
Okay. Resolution authorizing fund transfer be made from the LGF alternative formula to the ambulance fund in the amount of $250,000.
Make the motion to approve the resolution.
Second that?
Okay, roll call.
Commissioner Paradiso,
Yes?
Commissioner Bustecker,
Yes.
Commissioner Franker,
Yes.
Resolution authorizing fund transfers be made to the Children's Services Fund in the amount of $100,000.
So moved.
Second that.
Roll call.
Commissioner Paradiso,
Yes?
Commissioner Bustecker,
Yes.
Commissioner Franker,
Yes.
Resolution approving amendments to the pre-disciplinary notice section of the Seneca County Department of Job and Family Services 2023 Personnel Policy Manual.
Make the motion.
I'll second.
They're doing
The new director, Lauren Bransky out at JFS, has been working with Clemens Nelson, reviewing some of the policies that are out there, and they have an update to this pre-disciplinary hearings out there, so she just wanted to memorialize it as an amendment to their policy.
Just, we're ready to vote. So the county has a master personnel policy.
Correct.
This is for informational purpose too. But then, for example, EMS or Job and Family or the sheriff, they follow the master, but they can have some of their own policies.
Correct,
Is that a
correct.
fair way to say it?
Yes.
So these are the kind of things that we're.
And because JFS reports to the commissioner's office, commissioners have to approve the policy change.
Okay, good. No other discussion.
Roll call.
Commissioner Paradiso,
Yes.
Commissioner Bustecker,
Yes.
Commissioner Franker,
Yes.
Resolution setting time, date, and place to receive sealed bids for County Road 591, 6.92, County Road 43, 6.23, Township Road 25, 4.9, and Township Road 17, 5.73. Superstructure replacement pre-stress box beams.
So moved.
Second.
It's for the engineer's office, obviously. The bid opening will be March 17th at 10 a.m. Here at the commissioner's office. So those sealed bids will be due by 10 a.m.
Roll call.
Commissioner Paradiso,
Yes.
Commissioner Bustecker,
Yes.
Commissioner Franker,
Yes.
Resolution authorizing the Seneca County Board of Commissioners to terminate the service agreement with the Brewer Garrett Company effective April 30th, 2026.
Who wants it?
Also move.
I'll second that.
So service agreement.
It's preventative maintenance service, yes, it'll,
Recommended maybe going a different direction, right?
yeah.
Okay. We're good.
Okay, roll call.
Commissioner Paradiso,
Yes.
Commissioner Bustecker,
Yes.
Commissioner Frankert,
Yes.
Resolution authorizing Cheyenne Hyman to perform administrative functions on behalf of the Seneca County Board of Commissioners.
Make the motion.
Second that?
Roll call.
Commissioner Paradiso,
Yes.
Commissioner Bustaker,
Yes.
Commissioner Frankert,
Yes.
And the last resolution was not on the agenda, the original agenda. It got added as a late entrant. Resolution authorizing the Seneca County Board of Commissioners to enter into an agreement with Thrive Community Partners for administrative transitioning pending prosecutor approval.
So move.
Second.
Okay.
Roll call.
Commissioner Paradiso,
Yes.
Commissioner Bustaker,
Yes.
Commissioner Frankert,
Yes.
That's all I have in way of resolutions. I would like to take this opportunity, I'm gonna cry, I'm sorry, to say thank you. I'm completely grateful for everything that you've done for me. I put my heart and soul into this job. I did it for the residents, for the citizens of the county. I always had their best interests at heart. So I just want to say thank you.
Thank you.
Everybody?
I would definitely like to say thank you, Barb. You know, I've been here now a little over 14 months now. And your support for me was, you know, amazing. You helped me through knowing very little. I know I probably drove her out. The questions I've asked her, she's probably like, I've had enough.
No.
But you've been so helpful. You've done dedicated to the county, and we all appreciate it.
That's great. Okay, public comment. Presley, you got something?
I'll go first. I have my stack of papers as always. So just in case people aren't aware, it is National Ag Month. So the whole month, OSU Extension is going to be celebrating agriculture in Seneca County. And the first thing that we are starting with is a Thank a Farmer initiative. So anyone can stop into the Extension office. We have a lot of thank you notes that you can fill out or sign, and we will get those shared with farmers across the county. You're also more than welcome to mail the Extension office already made thank you notes as well. If you have specific farmers that you want to reach out to, you're also welcome to stop in and grab thank you notes in the envelopes to send to your farmers that you specifically want to thank. So that runs the entire month of March. So anyone can stop in at any time, fill those out, or drop ones off, and we'll make sure that they get sent out to farmers in the area. There's a lot of other things that we're doing. So keep an eye out on our Facebook page because we will be doing a lot. Also, the entire month of March, we will be updating different things on our Facebook page to celebrate the history of Seneca County agriculture. A lot of facts and information that people might not realize or understand as that goes. So the next thing, our last beef quality assurance is being held on March 8th. That's a Saturday morning. Beef quality assurance is required for people who are going to be moving cattle or selling cattle at an auction, and there's a whole list of things that they would be required to attend this certification. You can be a dairy producer as well. It isn't just for beef producers, but that is the title of the certification. I'm also running the Tri-State High Tunnel webinar. This is a webinar about high tunnels. There's a beginner course, an intermediate course, and an advanced course. And people can attend. It's a Zoom webinar. They can join. They'll also get the recordings. We have almost 400 people registered for that, and half of them attended our first session. So it is very well attended. I'm also helping run the All About Sheep webinar. I've talked about my All About Goats webinar a lot. And so we've decided to do one with sheep as well, kind of hit both categories of the small ruminants. And we have a good number of people registered for that as well as a lot of attendees. We are nearing the end of our Youth Agriculture Exploration Program, but if there's any youth interested, they're still more than welcome to come to one or both of the last sessions that we have. This month we will be at Poet in Fostoria learning about their business and their careers, and then in April we'll be going to Kalmbach Feeds in Upper Sandusky to learn the same things. And in April I'll be hosting a game bird workshop. This workshop is tailored to anyone raising game birds. So pheasants, quail, if you're interested in raising them or want to learn conservation practices around that, we will have ODNR out talking about different rules and regulations as it relates to raising them and different conservation practices with that. We also have Elkhorn Lake Hunt Club. They're out of Bucyrus. They are a hatchery for pheasants, and they also do a lot with quail. And they will be talking about raising and housing them and some of the habitats and different things that they have done on their property around conservation efforts as well. And then I'll also be talking about some more housing basics, nutrition, saving feathers, a little bit into taxidermy, and then techniques on if you are going to raise them and butcher them yourselves, some techniques to use there as well. And then in the end of March, I'll be hosting an All About Poultry program. And it's what it says, it's all about poultry. We have Ohio Poultry coming to give an update on HPAI, which is highly pathogenic avian influenza. And they'll be talking about biosecurity as it relates to that as well. And then Glenn Arnold, he is a field specialist through OSU Extension. He will be talking about manure management. And I'll be talking about care and housing and nutrition of poultry as well. It's great for anyone, community members who are just interested, people who raise backyard poultry, people who are considering getting into a more commercial aspect as well. And then the last thing that I want to point out here is I am continuing again this year the Farm Business Analysis program. This program is run through OSU Extension, and if you are a Seneca County resident, it is free for your first year. Otherwise, it's $100 each year that you complete the analysis. But basically what the program does is it's going to look through all of your finances, and it's going to compile them in an easy way for your tax professional. So they will be able to use that information then for each year. But also it's going to be really helpful as you go to a loan officer to get a loan for your agricultural entity, or even make general purchases if you're going to buy a new tractor, more land, or even more livestock. We'll break down your finances, determine how each enterprise is performing, how profitable your business is, and if you can, let's say, hire more labor or etc., look at a lot of those different entities and determine your viability as a farmer. So that's all I have for you. Thank you very much. If there's any questions, I will take those now.
Great job.
Okay.
Yep.
Thank
A lot of stuff going on.
The rain gauge is out.
Yes.
Yep.
I'll go. My name's Jim Distel, Clinton Township trustee and candidate for Seneca County Commissioner on the May 5th election. I just wanted to let you know, I've been the township trustee for a while and for over 20 years, but we've gone through a few fiscal officers, which is in our world is very similar to what Bard does. The fiscal officer really is the glue that holds the township together with their knowledge and balancing the budgets, helping us maintain everything and making sure that everything's run smooth. So I know what a blow this is, losing Barb, and what a great job she's done. So you're definitely going to be missed, and thank you for all you've done.
Thank you.
Mr. Klein.
First thing I'd like to do is apologize to Tom Breidenbach for taking his seat. You know, when you go to church and you see somebody sitting in the pew, you know, you have a different feeling about it. I'm okay with it. Barb, thank you for all you've done, for all the citizens of Seneca County. I've not always agreed with every decision you've made, but I've appreciated your work ethic, your fairness, and your consistency. Commissioner Frankert said it best. John Boehner once said, "What's it like? It's like herding cats."
You're absolutely right.
And I'm sure once you made your decision, a weight was lifted. I wish you only the best.
Thank you.
Thank you for all you've done.
Thank you.
Thanks, Jim. Anybody else? Okay, meeting adjourned.